You can tell a lot about a man by what he calls his sin. One man admits to visiting strip joints, while another man says he frequents gentlemen's clubs. One man says he visits porn sites, while another tells you he views adult entertainment online. One man confesses to watching peep shows, while another man says he follows webcam models. Some men refuse to name their sexual immorality. They couch their sin in euphemism and abstraction so that it doesn't sound as bad as it really is. But other men refuse to do this. One of them was Joseph. Joseph is the fellow who was sold into slavery in Egypt by his jealous brothers. You read about him in the book of Genesis. Joseph didn't struggle with sexual sin that we know of, but he did have a problem with a married woman who kept inviting him day by day to have sex with her. This woman was also the wife of his boss. When she tempted Joseph, this is what he said to her. "There is no one greater in this house than I, nor has he," that is your husband, my boss, "kept back anything from me but you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Joseph doesn't tell his temptress that she is soliciting him to play around or to two-time her husband or engage in extracurricular activity. He doesn't call it a fling or some hanky-panky or an affair, which is what most people call it. He doesn't even call it cheating. No, Joseph confronts her to her face and names the proposed activity for what it is, a great wickedness. This is the road to victory over sexual temptation. You must first name the sin behind it. Don't obscure your sin with soft-sounding phrases. Don't call your sin what the world calls it. Give it a biblical name. Call it what God calls it. Then you can work to get free of it. For example, the world calls it an affair. God calls it adultery. The world calls it porn. God calls it sexual immorality. The world calls it sexual sobriety. God calls it holiness. The world says, work the 12 steps. God says, repent. Don't call your sexual sin what the world calls it. Give it a biblical name. Call it what God calls it. Then you can work to get free of it.